All right, we are going to try another batch of the 7.62x39 155 cast lead bullets. These are, I didn't change the alloy at all. All I did was put a little more lube on the bullet. I have some that are loaded to 1,800 feet per second and some that are loaded to about 1,865. So we're going to try some of those. Okay, these are the 1,800 feet per second ones. Hit the target too. We'll take a look. I'll pull it apart. We'll see if there's any leading. All right, pulled it apart. After 5 rounds of that, there doesn't appear to be really any leading, so I'm gonna shoot 5 more. Five more, this will make 15 rounds. "15 rounds in, it's still looking good. I'm not seeing much in the way of visible leading. We're gonna try now a few more rounds at the 1,865 velocity. So those previous ones were 1,800. Now we're gonna bump it up to 1,865 with the same amount of lube on the bullets. This will make 20 rounds total, faster, a little 65 feet per second faster. Okay, so that's 20 rounds in, a little hotter. I'm having a harder time seeing, it's just not as clean as it was, so maybe that little bit of extra velocity is making a difference. I'm gonna shoot a few more, and then when we get back, we'll run the bore scope through it and look. So 5 more, so it'll make it a total of 25 rounds. All right, last 5. All right, we've got 25 rounds in, 15 rounds with the 1,800 foot per second load and 10 rounds with the 1,865 load. And I'm still just really not seeing much in the way of lead fouling, but the bore scope will tell us, so we'll get home and stick the bore scope down and we'll see. Hey, it's Gary from M.O.D again. We just got back from the range yesterday. Didn't have time to do it until this afternoon. And we're going to see what the barrel looks like after I added more lube to the bullets. On the range, it didn't look too bad. Let's take a look here and see what we've got in the gun, though. The bore scope will tell the tale. And go from there. So if you look at the bolt carrier, there is just a small amount of leading on that bolt carrier there. The bolt face is totally fine, what you'd expect. So let's take a look inside the bore with the bore scope here. And I figured out how to record video with the bore scope, so that's kind of cool. We'll take a look here, just going in. There's the very end of the muzzle. And you can see there is still a little leading. It's nothing like it was, and you can still see the kind of the bimetal jacket copper wash that's in there. So it's nowhere near as bad as it was before. Let's take a look at the gas port. Okay, here's the gas port. You can see that there. That's erosion. I mean, the gun's been shot. That's just what that is. But there is some leading there, and you can see some more leading up inside the gas block right there. And you can see a little bit of leading right there around the edges of that gas port. And again, some more streaks in the lands and grooves right there. So let's go back and look at the throat. Get back to the throat here. All right, here's the throat. And it's got more bimetal jacket fouling there than leading, really. So that's kind of unusual, but that's it's still got more leading in it than I would like. So I think what we're going to do next is I'm going to harden up that alloy a little bit. We're going to add some lead-free solder to it, just a little bit. Add some tin. That's a 95% tin solder. And that tin will kind of harden those bullets up. And we'll try that load again with those. Just another little thing. I just ran one patch through the gun. And you can actually see, I don't know if you'll be able to see it on the camera or not, but you can actually see some of the leading that just came out with a patch with hoppies. I just pulled it through, and that was all on the patch. So don't be terrified of leading. It's something you have to deal with, and it's not that big of a deal to clean up. So, all right, I got the lead out. Really wasn't that big a deal. 4 or 5 brush passes, a couple of passes with a clean patch, and it's out. I checked it. So the leading's really not that bad, but I would like to harden that alloy up. So I think the next logical step is to show that process. So most likely the next video will be on how I'm actually making the bullets, and I'll show adding the solder to make them harder. So that's probably what the next video will be.